Hi, Jim Ziegler, the Alpha Dawg, and this is a tremendous show. I've been looking forward to this. I've got some of my best friends in the entire world on the broadcast with me. One of my favorite events ever, Digital Dealer, coming up in Las Vegas in what 17 days, I think. So it's a Mirage Hotel, Las Vegas, and for an attended event. I mean, Digital Dealer brought back one of the first attended events with a hybrid. And I've got with me today Alissa Calvaruso. Hello, Alissa. How are you?
I'm doing well. How about you?
Fan-
Thanks for having us.
Fantastic. She's the editor of Digital Dealer magazine and does all kinds of other things with the company. Hello, Melissa Green.
Hello, Jim. Thanks for having us.
Well, thanks for being here. And today, uh, Danny, now you're from Kansas City?
Yeah, Kansas City.
I'm going to try it one time. Danny is Zaslavsky.
Perfect. Well done. Well done.
Okay, fantastic. Tell us who you are, what you do.
So, Kansas City, owner of an independent car dealership named Country Hill Motors, and owner of a software company called VinCue here in Kansas City.
Fantastic. Are you going to be speaking at Digital Dealer?
I am. Yeah, I'm speaking on the second day at 1:20.
Fantastic. Speaking about what?
So we at my dealership, we buy over 100 cars a month directly from the public, and with acquisition being the way it is, we use a combination of strategies on the ground and some technology. So I'll be speaking about how to increase your yearly profit and loss by $1.8 million by doing private party acquisition.
Come back. By how much?
1.8 million, and that's conservative.
Really?
Yes, sir.
And you're going to be talking about how to do that, and you're going to give people some meaningful advice on how to achieve that.
Yep, we're going to break it down all the way from the process on the ground to the pay plans to the people you should hire, and then all the strategies in between. And then I'll show live examples at my store how we built it from one person now to 5 people.
If there's no other speakers, you're worth the price of admission by yourself. That's amazing.
Thanks.
Melissa, how many speakers do we have?
Alissa, I think around 80 is where we ended up, correct?
Yep.
80 speakers sharing all sorts of expertise. What kind of subject matter are we presenting?
So, I mean, we have a wide range of topics that are going to be covered across like our 3 core tracks, which are sales and variable ops, dealer ops and leadership, and of course, marketing and advertising. So, I mean, I'm sure our speakers on this call can kind of dive deeper into like the topics that they're going to be talking about. But I mean, we're covering everything from streaming TV. We have someone from Disney's entertainment and media distribution. They're actually going to be presenting like our opening keynote. So we have everything from streaming TV to, how to manage your BDC. So it's really, we have something for everyone.
Fantastic. And now we got Tom Klein. Hello, Tom.
Good morning. How are you?
I got you on the big screen, big guy.
Yeah. The big screen there, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Tell me who you are, what you do.
Great. I'm Tom Kline. My company is called Better Vantage Point. And in short, we help dealers keep the money they make. So the money they make on the front end, we make sure it doesn't walk out the back end.
Fantastic. And are you going to be talking to Digital Dealer about how to do that?
I am.
Fantastic. What's the subject?
It's called the dealer's trifecta. So how not to have the money you make, to make sure it's the money you keep, to make sure that we protect the dealership in every way.
Fantastic. And one of my old friends, hey, big guy, let me ask you an important question. Any new tats?
Yeah, actually. I don't know if you've seen him yet, but I got Kurt Russell from Escape from New York, and then I got Lloyd Bridges sniffing glue from Airplane.
Fantastic. If I ever got lost on a desert island with you, I could just spend all my time reading your tats.
Right. Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, somebody's got their speakers a little loud. I'm getting some reverb here. Okay. And Dane,
There he is.
Finally.
Okay, everybody's got their speakers really loud. We're getting reverb. So anyway, Greg, you're with Search Lab, correct?
Yeah, I'm with Search Lab. Oh, that's a weird echo.
Yeah, somebody's got their speakers up extremely
It's not
loud.
me because I just muted my mic and it's going.
Okay, I'm checking my own speakers. No. Interesting.
Dane just showed up. I'm waiting on him.
Come on, Dane.
Hey, Greg, shut your mic down a second. Okay, 1, 2, 3. It is you, Dane. When your mic's off, we're getting no reverb. So your speakers are too loud, feeding back into your microphone. Okay. So anyway, Greg, you're with Search Lab, correct?
I am with Search Lab.
Okay, what do you speak about?
I am presenting the Google's Guide to Automotive SEO. So it's a big double session. So it's 2 hours back to back, all about SEO. I created a scoring matrix I'm going to be talking about. It's really hard to hear myself.
We're having a real problem with somebody. Everybody turn your mics off a second. Everybody's mic is off. So, okay.
Okay, now that's better. Yeah,
okay,
so
now it's better.
So I'm doing the Goonies Guide to Automotive SEO. I created a scoring matrix that I've been presenting at 20 groups. So I'm going to talk about that and the most common problems that I see dealers making when it comes to SEO and the things that they should be doing on their site. I'm also going to talk about a lot of the GMB changes that have happened in the last year because of COVID. So it's going to be a real insightful,
You're speaking in code, big boy. GMB, Google
My Business.
Okay.
Yep. So basically all the stuff that
wait a minute, Greg, you're speaking in high-level geek. Okay?
So for all the dealers that want to show up better in Google searches, I'm going to share all the secrets. And it's new stuff I haven't ever talked about before, anywhere.
Now, Greg, you are one of the foremost experts in the world, maybe the universe, on search, correct?
I mean, I wouldn't put myself that high, but if you want to say that, sure, I'll take it.
You're speaking at international conferences and you're well recognized. And you're speaking at Digital Dealer. You're going to be giving a presentation you've never done before.
Yep.
Fantastic. That is amazing. I'm going to go back to Melissa for a second. Melissa.
Hi, Jim.
We were the first one to return back to in-person events since the pandemic started.
We were.
What was planning the first show like?
Well, I'll be honest. Yeah, I'll be honest. It was a little touch and go, as you know, because everything was, changing daily, weekly, monthly, depending upon what the CDC guidelines were. And then on top of that, it was according to, excuse me, the state, the county, the city, and then the venue. So we, I think in Tampa, we did a fantastic job of pulling off what could have been a pretty shaky event and turned into an
amazing. I heard that.
I
got to admit, I was predicting disaster. And
you know what? I won't blame you for that. I think that, it was definitely a 50-50 with the state of where everything was with COVID. But ultimately, I mean, we had a stellar turnout. We had way more attendees than we thought we were going to have. The energy was up. The networking was great. I think everyone was just super excited to see each other. And it was really fantastic to see that interaction and engagement again. So yeah, we were super pleased.
Vegas is going to be huge.
Yeah. So we are planning, we're planning on a huge show. Our numbers are looking fantastic. We're along 2019 numbers. So we should be north of 900 dealers in attendance. So yeah, we're planning on a fantastic show. Our expo hall is one of the biggest it's been in years. So we have close to 150 exhibitors.
Wow. Everybody in the industry knows I've got health problems. I can't travel. I so miss being at this event.
Jim, you know what you need to do? You can get one of those iPads that's on like a robot. And it's like a live stream camera. You can move the robot around from your computer, and you can like have the Alpha Dawg robot put a little hat on it and have it walk around the expo.
I love that idea. Greg, you're in my head. I was literally just thinking that. I'm like, can we put him on something?
An Alpha Dawg robot.
I love it.
Oh, okay. Dane, you're back.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I can hear you.
Oh, thank
Okay,
God.
let me-
This has been one heck of a morning, I got to tell you. I'm out of town, and this has just been, whew. But I'm glad to be here finally.
You went to earplugs, and now you're not feeding back into the microphone.
And now I am not. I realized I was the culprit, so I logged out, and I said, what in the world am I going to do? And luckily, I had these headphones.
Dane Saville, you are from Reunion Marketing, correct?
Correct.
Oh, man. Tell me what you're going to be speaking about Digital Dealer.
So I actually have two opportunities. One is going to be on social media buying cycles. What does paid social media look like when we get out of this pandemic and inventory shortage and all the nonsense going on? And then I actually get to participate on a panel with a number of people about being prepared for sort of the same thing when things sort of return to normal. What does it look like? The competition. What do you need to be prepared for in terms of your digital marketing? What does everything look like, again, when we kind of get out of all of this and things kind of get back to a sense of normalcy, whatever that might be.
And Jim and Dane has a birthday during Digital Dealer too, so don't miss that.
So are you going to be celebrating the birthday boy's birthday?
Yeah, October 11th. So I get to spend my birthday in Vegas, for better or for worse.
I got to tell you, Digital Dealer is not just a sharing of information. It is the biggest, most meaningful networking event in the industry. I mean, it is a time. Yeah, I always look to reuniting with old friends, making new friends, and debating with enemies and adversaries. You know, it's always when you go to Digital Dealer, it is an absolute mixture of people that know each other. I mean, Greg, how many Digital Dealers have you been to?
I think I don't remember the first one I attended. I think the first one I went to was in the 6 or 7 range, but the first one I spoke at was Digital Dealer 10.
Wow.
And this is, what were we saying before we started recording? This is like, if we were counting, it's number 31 or something like that.
I got you. I was a keynote speaker at number 2. You can imagine. Okay, going back to Melissa a second. So anyway, you came out of the pandemic with a sort of blended event. How did you do a blended event? What does that mean?
So for Tampa, we did a hybrid event. So we had a mixture of both virtual and on-site, which we ran alongside each other, considered a success. For Vegas, we're not going to do that. So we are going to do the standalone live event. So we're hoping everyone will join us. And then we will be doing a post-show on-demand platform. So anyone who missed sessions, or even if you're on site and you missed the sessions on site because you wanted to attend a different session at the same time, you can go back and rewatch and or catch up your team on what happened at Digital Dealer via the on-demand platform.
Okay, let me ask Alissa about that. Alissa, is this going to be a hybrid event? Melissa just hinted at it. Will we be doing some hybrid here on this one?
So it's not really necessarily like a hybrid event, but we are using a virtual event platform. We're using the platform is SwapCard, the same platform that we use for our hybrid event. But what's great about it is that there's some cool kind of like networking features. There's matchmaking, so it makes it easier to connect with people that you're interested in networking. You know, the platform basically will deliver like personalized matches to you based on how you use the mobile app, and also like based on the different areas that you indicate you're interested in.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to Melissa for 1 second before I get back to the guests. Melissa, what about the exhibit hall? Any new sponsors? Any new technologies coming in? What's going on? Tell me about the exhibit hall. Tell me about the networking events. Tell me everything.
Okay, I'll tell you everything. So the expo hall is, as I was mentioning, is super exciting. So we have nearly 150 exhibitors at the upcoming show, which again, I think is one of our largest in the past few years. The beautiful thing about Vegas is we are introducing, again, I guess I should say we're not introducing in Tampa, we introduced a startup alley, which is anyone who's new to the industry within the last couple of years. So we're bringing that back for Vegas. So there will be a number of new companies that you maybe have not seen. What's interesting about COVID is that we saw a lot of companies come out of the ashes, if you will. So there are a lot of new, new technologies that are coming in and on a variety of different fronts. So anything from logistics to data management to digital retailing, of course. So we do have, the expo hall is loaded. So anyone who's there should definitely, make their way around and give everyone a fair shot to have the conversation.
Fantastic! A lot of new, a lot of returning exhibitors that with new technologies that they're introducing.
Absolutely.
So it's not just the new technologies coming in; it's the existing vendors that have developed new applications, new platforms. A lot happening in the industry that. No matter what you're doing, Mr. and Mrs. Dealer, you haven't seen these things yet.
Yeah. I think much like the dealer, the vendors had to, change gears too during COVID. So there are a number of new technologies, both from an existing client perspective and new.
I'll say something about that. One thing I found, if you're a dealer principal, you're a general manager, you're a decision maker, you're the offspring of a dealer. If you're second, third generation, you need to be there. Don't send your people. You need to come yourself because you are not aware of everything that's available, everything that exists. There are new technologies, new things being done, new processes, and these experts and 70, 80 other experts are going to be talking about all sorts of new things that are popping up in the industry that you, Mr. and Mrs. Decision Maker, you need to see these things. Don't send your people because your people come back, and without you, they can't apply these things because the people that you left behind don't get it. Right. So in other words, you as the dealer need to bring yourself with your people you're sending to the event. Did I say that correctly?
You did, Jim. I couldn't agree more. I think, learning from your peers is another thing as well. There are a number of networking opportunities as well as, just hanging out, as you mentioned, in the hallways, in the expo hall and engaging with your peers in different markets and understanding what's going on in their market. As everyone on this call knows, in COVID, it depended on your geographic location, what was happening. So I think it would be, to a benefit of a dealer to show up and have the conversation with a different market to understand how they've overcome challenges and share the challenges that they've overcome as well.
Exactly. Tom Klein, tell me about your experience with Digital Dealer. How many, what do you get out of it? Let's forget that you're a speaker for a minute. As an attendee, why do you go?
Oh, it's number one, it's a lot of fun. You get to, as Melissa said, you get to see your colleagues who you haven't seen in quite a while. So it's fun to get together. But the amount of experts and the education that's available, being able to talk to the other speakers and learn from them and attend the sessions, attend the panel discussions, which are fabulous, is so educational and very stimulating.
Are you a member of one of the panels? I don't know the answer to that question.
I am not.
Okay, yeah, but it's still fabulous even though you're not in it. Okay.
That's next time, right, Melissa and Alissa? So it's really important to be able to go and learn, and then when you go back to the dealership, you're able to transfer that enthusiasm back to your staff, right? You're able to take all the information you get, and you're able to go back and immediately implement it. And that's what really makes a conference like Digital Dealer great.
Fantastic. Okay, I'm going to ask Danny the same question. Okay, forget that you're a speaker for a second. Why do you go there as an attendee? First of all, how many digital dealers have you been to or participated in?
So this is my fifth one. and I was at
5.
Yeah, 5. So I'm excited, and thanks to Melissa and Alissa for helping us show up and be a part of the learning. But I was at last year's, and I thought the same thing. You know, we were unsure how worthwhile it would be, and I will tell you, people were there to learn. I think right now there's a big shift happening with the common competitors, the digital common competitors that are coming into the market. So whether you're a rural dealer or whether you're in a high dense population, understanding strategies to get inventory is just so important right now, because we're in an inventory based opportunity industry. So he or she who has the inventory gets to sell, right, and stay relevant. And so that digital retailing is.
Let me interrupt you on that a second. Are you going to be talking about how to acquire inventory? Is that part of it?
I am. I'm going to be talking about that, but I want to just to get people thinking, because I'm certainly not. These aren't new things, but our common competitors that are buying cars and going to people's homes or inviting people to come. Digital acquisition is really now a topic to be able to start using creative ways to talk to people where they are, right? That multi-channel communication about acquisition. So at my store at Country Home Motors in Kansas City, when you call, you now, when somebody answers, they say, hey, are you calling about buying a car or selling a car? Right. And so that little thing changes our culture. And so we're as serious about acquisition as we are about selling. And there's a lot of really cool innovators around the country that are doing similar things in acquisition. And there's so many positive results that happen with not just obviously buying from the public, but increasing trades, making customers, and creating all these other opportunities to stay relevant and grow your business and challenge your team to level up.
Unbelievable. Well, you don't even need to go now. He's done the whole presentation.
No, that's so much more to talk about.
Okay, back to the original question. What do you get out of it as an attendee?
I get challenged. That's the answer. Is I feel excited. I feel ignited. I feel challenged with meeting other peers, other dealers.
I love that. Excited, ignited. Okay, I'm going to use that in my speeches. Okay.
Yeah, and I get challenged by other technology to say, okay, cool. How can I implement this at my store, and how do I get my team to really dig their teeth into it and learn and grow?
If you just tuned in, Danny, you are an independent dealer.
Yep. So I'm an independent dealer of Country Home Motors and a managing partner of VinCue, a technology company.
Well, let me ask you about this now. As an independent dealer, are you running your operation more like a franchise dealer traditionally ran their operations?
Well, so I don't know how to answer that question. Let me back up. So I came up with this acronym years ago. I call it WAR, Wholesale, Auction, Retail, and we do about 400 cars a month out of my independent store. And we have an offsite reconditioning
Everybody
center.
pay attention. The man just said 400 units a month independent store. If you are an independent dealer and you're considering digital dealer, you're going to be hearing from successes like this. I interrupted you, but they had to hear that.
No, not at all. So, but the important thing is, right, it's like, so WAR, Wholesale, Auction, Retail, we buy everything. So if we're going to wholesale it because it's outside of our market, we'll wholesale it to another dealer. And just on my block, there's 19 other dealers, everything from Highline to, but they're all franchises. I'm the only independent on the block. And then, so we'll wholesale if it's not in our market. We'll auction it if it doesn't pass inspection. We'll retail it if it matches our market. And we run concurrent wholesale and retail teams. And that is really important today, not to turn your nose up at inventory, but find sustainable and scalable strategies to be able to win. Because if we don't, as Country Home Motors, somebody else will take that opportunity.
I want to ask Melissa a question in a second before I get back to Dane. Melissa, I want to do something, and I'm going to give Alissa, I want you in on this. I'd like to give away a discount.
Let's do it.
I mean, no, seriously. I mean,
$5 off.
That's right.
$5 off. Oh, no. I want to get serious. I mean, I want to do something that is totally tied in with the Alpha Dawg. I want you to put up a discount code. Alpha Dawg 200. Is that good?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's put that on the digital dealer site. And how much could we? $200?
Yes. Let's do 200 off. Absolutely.
I was kidding. No, really.
Oh yeah. No, let's do it. Absolutely. Melissa?
Yeah, no, done. We can definitely do that.
Okay. I was just
Well, and listen, Jim.
I was just playing. Is that serious?
Yeah, but if we get in trouble, we're gonna come looking for you, right? I'm gonna point the finger at you, and you'll take it.
So I got to cover the 200.
Exactly. For anyone who registers, Jim's covering the 200.
No,
Congratulations, Jim.
I was kidding, guys. I was kidding. I was just joking.
Yeah. No, but that's fantastic. We would love to do that.
Okay. In all seriousness,
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
go to the digital dealer website. There it is. digitaldealer.com. If you go to the website and you put in the code Alpha Dawg 200, there's the bells on. Alpha Dawg 200 does it have to be exactly that way with a capital A and a capital D, or is it case sensitive?
No, it's not case sensitive.
Okay, so they can just put an alpha. It's got to be DAWG, like my beloved Georgia Bulldogs.
That's right.
Yes, absolutely. And they are just kicking it this year, but that's another story. Okay. All right, let's go to Dane in a second. Dane, reunion marketing. You got your speakers all lined up. Tell me, first of all, you're going to be speaking about what you're on a panel and an individual session. Tell me what you're going to be covering.
Yeah, so we're still sort of compiling some of the information, but for the independent, sort of the solo session, we're talking about what does it look like with social media advertising? So the future of it, using partners like IHS, and what does targeting look like, and what do consumer buying cycles look like? How does Facebook fit into this sort of ecosystem of your digital marketing, and what does that look like? How is it changing, adapting to consumer behaviors, adapting to the idea of sort of walled gardens? And
let me slow you down a second, Big A. You put down a lot of information. Is Facebook effective?
Oh, I think tremendously, yes.
Okay. Are you going to be talking about how dealers can effectively use Facebook to sell, market more vehicles? I mean, let's get to the bottom line here.
Yeah, getting into some of the data we have behind the lead generation ads that we're running, we're going to be parlaying that into also a service as well, embracing the automotive inventory ads that keep consumers on Facebook. To help continue to feed the Facebook machine. So, the more data you can give these platforms, the more information you can get back for yourself to continue to make good decisions.
I tell you, Dane and I have been friends for quite a while. He's much brighter than he looks. Absolutely.
Thank God, because I'll tell you what, if I were as dumb as I looked, it'd be really bad. Because what I don't know could fill an anthology, not just a single book.
But you are absolutely phenomenal. I mean, you are a machine. I know that to be a fact, and people need to come out and hear what you got to say. So,
well, I appreciate it. And then we have a panel. It's April Simmons, Fleming Ford, David Aycock, I think, of Binary Automotive Solutions, Troy Shear, and just talking about, as we get out of the inventory shortage, as we get out of the pandemic, what do dealers need to do and know in terms of operations? I won't cover, it's with the panel, so I'll be covering the digital marketing part, but it's covering, operations, training, sales, digital marketing. What all do you need to do to be a modern progressive dealer?
I sincerely hope the audience on this broadcast and the audience on the replays absolutely picks up on the collection of experts Melissa and Alissa have put together, the digital dealer team has put together an incredible collection of experts. I mean, you're dropping names, and these are some of the movers and shakers in the industry. Yeah, Dane, I got to ask you the other question. The other question is, okay, you're going to go and you're going to be a presenter. You're going to be a star on the stage. You're going to be a star in the panel. Everybody knows that. But what do you get out of being in attendance? What do you get as an attendee? Why do you go? What do you get out of it?
So, that's sort of a twofold answer. Is that one, like I said, what I don't know could fill an anthology. So I go to Digital Dealer and I attend sessions like Greg's and Tom's and whenever Sean Rains has presented and other people that are brilliant people that I get to learn from. I mean, and it's great to get that perspective. And it's great to see different strategies and different approaches to platforms and tactics. And it's really great to get those insights from these other people. And then it's also, I mean, let's be honest, it's great to be on the exhibit floor or the after parties and see the people. I mean, we're social creatures, right? We want to be around other human beings and interact. And there's just so much to get out of those,
there you go.
Those
okay.
other conversations as well.
You said it. You finally said it. Digital Dealer doesn't do it, but there are some hellaciously good parties. Is that correct? I mean, you can definitely socialize at Digital Dealer. Is that part of what we experience?
Oh, I mean, the whole day, from the lunches to the networking during to the exhibit floor. I mean, there's just so much energy and movement that it's a feeling you can't get virtually, right? It's something.
I want to hear Gifford and Rains do some karaoke.
Let's hope that happens.
we got some memories, don't we?
Oh, we do. Some crazy ones.
Fantastic. So why do you go to Digital Deal? What do you get out of it besides being a presenter?
I mean, it's like Dane was just saying. Also, by the way, didn't you just get married? Congrats, buddy.
Oh, thank you. I did. Yes.
That was like a month ago, right?
Yeah, it was about almost exactly a month ago. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Congrats.
Are you still counting days, Dane?
Yeah.
No, but back to Jim's question. Yeah, I mean, I go to Digital Dealer because I have to, not because I want to. No, I'm kidding. I look forward to it every year, both Florida and Vegas, but especially Vegas, just because it's so much fun. There's so much fun stuff to do, whether it's like he was saying, talking to people at the show, meeting people at the expo hall, hanging out. But realistically, it's all the after and before stuff outside of the expo hall. The karaoke-thon party, the other parties. Still, one of the best dinners I've ever had at any conference ever was that 5 or 6 years ago, Melissa, that Seren and you and me and Sean had sushi there at the Mirage?
Yep.
That was an insane meal.
It was so good. Yeah.
Awesome meals, hanging out, seeing friends that I only get to see a couple times a year. I mean, that's the real thing that I really treasure about the whole experience.
Fantastic. Can you add more to that, please?
Add more to what? The experience?
No. Right now, I'm looking for Tom to chip in here.
Yeah, well, Melissa, Alissa, and their whole crew really do a great job. Everything, you don't notice how well the show runs because it just runs well. So it's just really a pleasure to be there because anything that you think of is there and you don't know why it's there, but it just magically shows up, right, Melissa? Just out of like fairy dust. It just.
Well, I appreciate that. It does. It just magically happens.
Okay, so anyway, let me get back to Alyssa's. We've neglected you. You haven't been on the camera enough. Okay, tell me more about the networking experiences that we're going to have at Digital Dealer.
Yeah, so the day before the show, we're going to have like a sponsor, speaker, and exhibitor, kind of like an appreciation cocktail reception. But then we're also going to have our normal day one cocktail reception that takes place in the expo hall. And then, of course, we're going to have our attendee party on the second day of the show. And that's going to be...
Okay, wait a second. Cocktail party.
A lot of cocktail parties.
I might still come. That's amazing. Okay. The appreciation reception. What else?
Yes.
Tell me the whole story.
Yeah. So then on day 2, we're going to have our attendee party, which we're always really excited about, and that's going to take place at the Dolphin Bar. It's going to be right at the Mirage, so very convenient. You don't have to leave if you're on site. It's right there.
Okay, tell me about the rooms at the Mirage. do we have a room block?
We do have a room block. So if you go onto digitaldealer.com, you can definitely still reserve a hotel room under our room block. So you can reserve a room at a discounted rate.
Okay, so they got a discounted rate. And now we're knocking $200 off of registration if you put in Alpha Dawg 200, and they are not going to charge me for that. They're going to pay it. But anyway, Alpha Dawg 200. Now you're going to honor that discount code, Alissa?
Yes, of course.
Fantastic. Let's go back. We've neglected you there, big boy. Let's see here. Danny, tell me some more.
Alissa, you said something. I had a friend that used to say, saving the world one cocktail party at a time.
I love that.
Because it's kind of the truth, right? That's like, This is how you get the guard down and people actually get to connect. And I think that there's, at least for me, like growing up as a car dealer, there was oftentimes so much friction because I thought, what's that guy doing or what's that guy doing? And like that idea of competition or the idea of scarcity. And so digital dealers really help me get out of that mindset because I get to connect with other dealers and learn from them and get rid of that scarcity mindset. And I can't tell you how much just that helps me as a person grow. And that's partially thanks to the cocktails you serve. So thanks for that. And then
wait a second, you got education tied into cocktails. I mean, that's
and then the other true side of it, right, is the way that you guys put together those education series, whether it's having mastermind conversations or whether I get to go and sit in on other speakers that I know are challenging themselves to deliver good content and influence the industry. So it's everybody's out there bringing their top game, and it's just cool to be a part of.
Well, one thing that's really cool to me is they're not selling from the stage. Everybody knows that some of the speakers have businesses, but they're not pitching their business. They're telling you the secrets behind the secret sauce. They're telling you the real stuff. I mean, if you're watching this broadcast and you've heard the speakers talking about the memories, and I mean, the memories are incredible. I've been coming to Digital Dealer since Digital Dealer 1. I mean, I've spoken to 6, 7, 8 of them. I don't even know, but the memories are absolutely incredible. Everybody that ever has attended a Digital Dealer can tell you a story, an event, the people they met. It's incredible. So let's go back. One thing, Alissa, do we have different levels of speakers? I mean, some people are not as advanced as others. Do we have different levels of speakers?
Yeah, so we definitely have different likability levels that we categorize the sessions under. So we're definitely going to have like fundamental sessions, we'll have intermediate, and then we'll also have advanced sessions.
That's what I was asking. So we will have different level sessions. And one thing about Digital Dealer, there's 4 and 5 speakers speaking at one time. What if I wanted to attend 2 of those sessions? I had to choose. Are we going to have the ability to go back and pick up a session you missed?
Yeah, so that's the great thing of us using this virtual event platform as like our mobile app, because after the show you will be able to go back and you can either revisit some sessions that you did attend and maybe just want a refresher on, or you can or you can also attend sessions that you weren't able to actually attend in person.
Fantastic. As we've said a lot, Dane, let me put you back on the main screen. What have we not talked about that we need to discuss?
Oh, man. I don't know. You covered the gamut pretty well there. I mean, it's just, I think just impressing upon the people. You can't really put enough emphasis on the idea of just how much you get out of, like we were saying, all that networking that happens. This is an opportunity to see people, meet people you have connected with on different platforms you haven't in person, see friends you only get to see, like Greg said, once or twice a year. So I really think that, especially with what we've been through with this pandemic, it's so vital to get in front of people in person and just have these interactions that can't happen through these platforms. Like even this, as great as this is to see all your faces, I'd rather see you all in person in the same room.
Oh my gosh, yes. I do virtual every day. I'm doing videos, but I still miss the personal interaction, and it's back. It's back. I mean, from a hybrid to an in-person, get out there, meet the people, see the people. Life is too short. Meet the people you haven't seen in a while.
Jim, can I add to that?
Who?
That's Danny.
Okay, Danny, jump in there.
Well, the only thing I was going to say is I used to be afraid of bringing people from my team because you're taking them out of the store. And you think, okay, well, they need to be in the store working deals and stuff.
Oh, I hear that. That is a wimpy ass excuse.
I agree. That's why I bring it up, because I think today it's the opposite. It's the opportunity to kind of get out of your store so that you can work on your business, not just in your business, like they say, but then also meet other people that maybe have figured something out that you can bring back home. But if I am the only leader that comes to the digital dealer and then tries to share all that with my team, it's just not the same.
Yes,
so
you can't share it with the team. They got to hear it themselves, right?
Yeah, bring people from your team. It's just
I hear that all the time. I can't bring the people out. Quit it. Honest to goodness. Yeah, you can't spare the people. The benefits when they get back to the dealership and your profitability and your sales increase.
Yep.
And I got to ask Alissa real quick. Alissa, do we have service-oriented sessions?
We do, yeah. And that's an area that we're definitely looking to, cover more, especially for our upcoming 2022 shows. We're really going to be expanding more on the fixed ops category.
Fantastic, because fixed ops is carrying a lot of these dealerships that are out of inventory.
Yep.
And I think there's a lot of learning to be done there. Okay.
One thing that's really important to think about is most of the time, if you're not going to conferences, which most people really haven't for the last 2 years, you're stuck in your competitive bubble. And all you're doing is looking at what you're doing for your business and what your competitors in the immediate market are doing. And all your competitors are only looking at that immediate market. So you have this little bubble.
Danny just said that. That's 100% true.
And so when you come here, you get exposure to other people. And the really cool vibe that I mean, everybody always shares and everybody's always at the parties talking to each other. But I think just because the one in Florida earlier this year was the first one back, it was just this amazing vibe of everybody wanted to help everybody else. And there was so much sharing of information outside of, I'm not talking about, you got some sessions you can go see. There were so many cool conversations just in the hallways and on the expo hall we had several times where, we were sitting there talking to people at our booth and we were talking to a dealer about what they were doing. And another dealer walked by and was like, oh man, I had that problem and here's what I did about it. And it's just, everybody's so willing to help each other. It's really cool.
Best practices.
And Jim,
best practices change.
And Jim, just to add to that, I think that I reviewed the speaker list, and you asked Alissa, what if you miss a session? What do you do?
Yeah.
These speakers, the list of speakers is tremendous, and all these professionals are going to be more than happy to answer your questions if you reach out to them even after the expo, or they'll be happy to share their slide deck with you. I mean, these are really generous people. They're very professional and very forthcoming with information. So I think it's really important to make that point so that if you do miss a session, and I know, like Dane said, last digital dealer, I missed all these great sessions. I missed Dane's session and some other folks, and I was able to go back and ask them and say, what did I miss, and tell me what I need to know, kind of thing. So I think that's an important distinction to make.
An absolutely incredible distinction. So, is there anything we haven't talked about, Tom? Anything we've missed?
I think that covers it pretty well.
Yeah, it's hard to believe we've been on 45 minutes. I mean, this time has flown. It's just, yeah, absolutely incredible. Okay, so I'm going to have to go to Melissa right now. Melissa, we're winding down. What have we not talked about that we need to discuss? Digital Dealer, Mirage Hotel, the dates are the 14th through the 17th, 2.5 days of great information. What have we missed?
Well, the 12th through the 14th.
Oh, 12th.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we wish you were going to be there, so we haven't covered that. I think we've touched on everything: the education, the networking, the new technology, the virtual platform, which is so important. Hopefully, everyone who's going to be there or who is not registered yet will tune in and interact and partake in the virtual side of things, because it is super important, I think, and very helpful for both sides of the audience, right? So either a vendor partner or an attendee. But beyond that, we're just excited to see everyone. We're excited to be back together again. I think everyone has been, on the same page about the fact that the energy is always really great at these events. The networking is really good. And some of the best friendships and relationships I've formed has been, at these cocktail receptions, honestly. So, I mean, you're right. You're a cocktail away from another great relationship. So, come on out and join us, and take advantage of the, $200 off. Thanks to Jim, and he's going to be covering that $200 for you, which is really generous.
Oh, wait. I didn't view it that. I thought we were going to view it as a
All
discount.
right.
You were donating
I'll
to.
take it. Yeah.
All right. Okay, the 12th through the 14th, Las Vegas Mirage Hotel. Have I got that correct on the screen?
That's right.
Fantastic. And so I'm going to go to Alissa. Alissa, what have we not talked about that really needs to be discussed?
I mean, I think we pretty much hit on everything. I did want to ask Melissa. Melissa, do you want to talk about the complimentary passes that some of our participating sponsors?
Yeah, I do. So anyone who is on our thank you, Alissa. Anyone who's on our expo floor, if you're a dealer on this broadcast right now or watching it after, if you have strategic vendor partners that you're working with and they're either a sponsor or an exhibitor at Digital Dealer, they do have 2 complimentary dealer passes to offer. And a lot of our vendor partners aren't aware of that. So we've put out the notes, we've put it within the registration system, but it still gets missed. So if you are looking for a ticket,
say that one more time. That's
important. So if you have partners in the industry, right? So if you have a vendor partner that you work closely with and they are participating at Digital Dealer on either a sponsorship or as an exhibitor, they have 2 complimentary passes to offer. So hit them up for those passes. If for whatever reason they've given those passes away, reach out to me specifically or Alissa, and we'd be happy to coordinate there. So we want anyone who wants to be there to have the opportunity to be there.
Oh, hang on one second here. Let me be sure I got that right.
Yeah.
Ooh, that is really.
Yeah. So, I mean, we have 150 exhibitors and then a large number of sponsors. So each of them have 2 passes. So that's a lot of tickets that are out there on the table.
Okay, so sponsors and exhibitors have complimentary passes, 2
Correct.
each. Some of them don't. Some of the sponsored exhibitors aren't even aware they have these passes.
They aren't. I'm telling you, we can communicate until we're blue in the face, and inevitably we get there and they say, "Oh, I didn't know that I had these free passes."
Call your vendor partners right now.
Do it. Yeah.
We have 4 to give away.
Wait a second. Whoa, hang on a second. Okay. We're talking.
Everyone call Danny for the pass.
Everybody call
right now.
Danny's got 4.
Put Danny's number up.
Yep. Danny, can you share your cell number, please?
Cell number.
Oh my gosh, this broadcast has been so informative. Now, we got a pretty good audience right now, and a lot of them are in the private groups. They just there's Eliana.
What about me? Come on.
Okay.
She's the best.
She's awesome.
And Eliana is actually going to be our MC for this show.
Oh, that's awesome.
Very excited.
Why isn't she on this broadcast with us?
I know.
Oh my gosh. I mean, she's one of my favorite people in the world.
Mine too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Anyway, So, Greg, you got some passes?
Yeah, I got passes still. If anybody wants them, I got a couple left.
You got a couple passes at Search Lab. Absolutely. Dane, have you given your passes away yet?
I think we still have our 2 complimentary. So I don't know.
Reunion
I guess we got
Marketing's
to get off
got
our
passes.
butts and make this happen.
Unbelievable. Here at the end of the show, we come out with the fact that you guys are holding a bunch of free passes and you're holding me up for a stinking $200 discount. Come
Right?
on. Your vendors have free passes, folks. Think about that. Unbelievable. Sponsors and exhibitors. Now, if you have any vendor your dealership's using, they might probably have free passes. So,
Right.
you know, make a phone call right now. You might not have talked to them in a while. You know, you might be hiding from your rep. Now it's the time to welcome them in, for heaven's sake. Let's go back to Alissa. You dropped that bomb on us at the last minute, holding back on us.
Yeah.
Anything else we haven't discussed? Any secrets you're holding here?
No, I think that was the last one I had.
That was good. Okay. 50 minutes of great information. Like I say, we pick up a lot on the replays. So in the next couple of days, we'll still be seeing people coming in. Your vendors and exhibitors have complimentary free passes. Go to digitaldealer.com and put in the code Alpha Dawg 200, get a $200 discount. Or hit up your vendors for free passes. Who would have thought? Okay, so anybody have anything else we want to say before I sign us off? Anything at all?
Excited to see everybody.
Yeah, we're hoping to see you.
Take care.
And we're going to see you in Tampa in 2022, right?
Yes, you will.
Good.
Tell me about that. Am I invited?
You are invited. Absolutely. Alissa?
Of course.
I think we should get him up on the stage. I mean, I think
That's
I
the
think
plan.
Jim, will you come to that? Seriously?
I will seriously come. Greg, how many times have you heard me speak?
I don't have enough fingers to count, my friend. I would be so pumped to see you in person again, buddy.
Yeah, that would be great.
Fantastic. I will definitely, next time we're in Florida, I will show up. I am so looking forward to it. My wife will be kicking and screaming, but I will still travel to that event. Okay, everybody, wave bye.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you.
Thanks, Jim. Thanks, everyone.
About a couple weeks.